Okay, we are going to do a number talk on subtraction today, using the minuend 462, subtract the subtrend 183. First off, we are going to use some estimation. Estimation helps when working with larger 3-digit numbers to break them down into friendly numbers that we already know about, and just make them easier to have an idea of what we're looking for. So we'll make 462, 450, and 183, 200. This gives us 450 minus 200. We can even go lower and go down to 400 subtract 200, which gives us 200, but let's add that 50 on there. So our estimate would be around 250 for our answer in this equation. Moving forward, we'll use a technique called adding up. Adding up allows us to add smaller numbers on to hopefully get to the correct solution. So we'll start off by adding 2 ones to 183, or the subtrend, which will give us 185. From there we can add 200, gives us 385, and then we can add 70, which gets us closer at 455, and to get to 462 we'll add 7 more. From here, we now add up all these numbers that we added to get to our minuend, and that will give us our solution of 279, which is correct. I'll quickly show you another way now, which uses the strategy of using a number line. So you can draw your number line here for the equation, putting 183 on one end and 462 on the other end. Now we will use similar to the adding up, but we will actually draw our jumps on our number line. So we'll add 2 to start off with. This will give us 185. Then we'll make a larger jump by adding 200. This will give us 385. Then we will add 70. This gives us 455. And last but not least, we'll add 7 more, which gives us 462. Again, we add up these numbers, and this will provide us with the solution to our subtraction problem, 279. So we'll just get rid of that, and then we are going to go into an actual physical manipulative. I have made my own base 10 block here, kind of out of paper and blocks. So we have our hundreds column, our tens column, and our ones column. In the hundreds column, you can see we have 4 on the top and 1 in the bottom. In the tens column, we have 6 and then 8, and then 2 and 3 in the ones column. So we can match up any of the manipulatives in the top with the correct amount up in the bottom. So here we'll take away some tens, we're left with 2 on the bottom. Take away some ones, we're left with 1 on the bottom. However, now we can no longer subtract from here because we're missing. So we'll borrow from the hundreds column, which will give us 10 tens. And then we can subtract the 2 below the line. So there are 10 tens. We'll take 2 from the bottom and 2 from the top. And then we're in the same predicament with the ones, so we will take 1 10 and get 10 ones. Then we can subtract the 1 from the bottom and the 1 from the top, which will leave us with our solution of 279 in the base 10 blocks. Sorry for the cutout in the hundreds column. Now we will go back to the whiteboard, and I will show you this equation through a pictorial representation using a little graph with the hundreds, tens, and ones columns, and drawing our base 10 blocks on an actual whiteboard. So here we have 462 minus 183. So again, we will draw the divider between the top number and the bottom number. We have 4 hundreds, 100 on the bottom, all our tens, our ones, and now, similarly to our base 10 blocks, we can match the top row with the bottom row and cancel each other out. I will go through and do this now. Again though, we need to borrow because we don't have enough. So we'll take 100, which will give us 10 tenths, and then we can cross out 2 and 2, and then we need to take one more 10 to borrow from the ones, and then we will cross out 1 on the bottom, 1 on the top, which leaves us with our solution of 279. Another way to do this is through a symbolic representation using the same type of graph with hundreds, tens, ones, and the line dividing the top and the bottom number. However, we'll actually use numerals this time. So again, we need to borrow here. So we'll borrow 1 from the hundreds, bring it to the tens, borrow 1 from the tens, bring it to the ones, and then we can simply do our subtraction, which 12 minus 3 is 9. 9. 15 minus 8 is 7. 3 minus 1 is 2. So we have our solution of 279. And that's it for today.